Hello my Wolfpack and welcome to the TBL Week 10 battle, not the Week 10. A Week 10 wouldn't work very well at all in a battle, but you know, there are a couple of steel types that aren't very bulky. Anyways, yes, so we are coming into the Week 10 battle. It's the final week of the main season, regular season. We're versing Heff for the second time. We have made playoffs, so I'm not too worried. This game is literally trying to get the playoff spot I wanted. Obviously, you can see that I'm doing this post-battle. Basically, what happened was my internet decided to break literally just before we were going to battle, so I had to use a tether on my phone. And because my phone is so unreliable, I had to keep on checking that every minute or so just to make sure it wasn't about to die, even though it was on charge. So yeah, I had to kind of do that, and I thought, you know what, I'll record this later. So I wasn't using any calcs or anything. I didn't even bother using calcs because I thought, you know what, I don't really care either way. If I won or win, I verse gold. If I lose or lost, I think that's how I want to say it. Then I verse Playmaker. Sorry, I completely blanked there. So it's either gold or Playmaker, both of which I'm fine with versing. Ideally, like my thoughts going into this were, I want to verse Playmaker in the quarters and then gold in the semis, because I think at current, gold has taken out Heff twice. He's beaten Heff twice. So the likelihood of gold being able to take out Heff again is quite high. And I feel pretty confident about taking out Playmaker this time. The first time, obviously, I lost quite badly, but that was quite significantly down to... what was it down to? It was down to getting frozen that first time. I think that had such a unbelievable, huge impact on how I did in that match. And then the second match we obviously won, although Playmaker said he wasn't feeling very well. So I think it's kind of difficult at the minute to see who's going to win, but I feel... oh, sorry, that literally just sounded just in my throat. So yeah, I don't know who would win in that battle. Obviously against gold I've won twice, so I'm not as worried. But my aim here was to lose the match and verse Playmaker in the quarters and gold in the finals. So that's just some foresight into you as to why I may not be playing as well as I normally would. Just because I was kind of just messing about, I was trying to get a couple of mons to drop, and then I was like, okay, now let's make it entertaining and see kind of what I can do. I was aware that Heff could also be wanting to throw the match, just because, why was it? Why would he want to throw the match? Because if he won the match, he has to verse gold, and if he loses the match, he versus Playmaker, so that would probably be desirable, because obviously he's lost against gold twice, he's lost against Playmaker once, so that's just kind of the toss-up that we have here. And yes, that is, I think, enough of kind of an introduction. Let me know down below how you think we're going to do today. Do you think we're going to lose? Do you think we're going to win? How do you think we're going to lose or win? How many mons are going to be left standing or left standing on Heff's side? I've got the hiccups again. Now, obviously, you can see the teams on the screen. Just a reminder, Porygon 2, Miss Medius, Donphan, Mega Scizor, Tapu Koko, and Arcanine. I did say this was the prime team I want to bring against Heff. But if I verse Heff in the semi-finals, I have got a lot more kind of secret tech to battle him with next time. I think he was kind of shocked that I didn't bring Komao, because we were talking afterwards. I think he was kind of shocked that I didn't bring Komao. And I was kind of shocked that we didn't see Lucario, because Lucario can actually do some stuff, although I guess Ms. Majors just kind of deal with that a little bit. So yeah, we're seeing Heff's team there as well. Lando T, Mega Charizard X. Not Arcanine, that's on my team. Araquanid, Ditto, Azelf, and Tapu Fini. So yes, let's get started. Let's go in, and I'm going to try and commentate this best I can. I have just rewatched it. Obviously, my music, I've got the music that I always want to have on here. He's got the pose. I don't know how. I think I'm just standard. I don't know. I didn't change. Got Mr. T, which is obviously Landorus. I decided to lead off with Scizor, because I thought knock off shenanigans on the Azelf. I can knock it off as well. It felt like a good lead. Obviously, we get intimidated by the Scizor, and I was like, okay, this was purely a lead to make sure for the knockoff. I do decide to go out to Porygon 2 because I'm like, you know what? I can take an Earthquake quite happily. I can take more or less any move it wants to give me. So we do get the download attack rise, unfortunately not the special attack rise, and we get knocked off, and I was like, oh my god, this is the exact reason I had Scissor as the lead, just so I didn't get knocked off. So knockoff doesn't work. Super here takes me down super low, didn't take me out. I do manage to get an Ice Beam off, the attack and defense obviously lowering there, which is kind of handy for a Lando T, because they are very scary. It's unfortunate we didn't get the download boost, because that would be a lot lower. And U-turn, and miraculously we live. I literally looked away on this, and I don't know how we managed to live, but we did, somehow. I don't know how. It's weird. It's crazy. And then the Charizard comes in, I Ice Beam it, because I just want to click Ice Beam again. At this point I was letting Porygon go down. I really thought that we were going to go down. See the Charizard evolve, which this is actually kind of unideal for me, because I would have rather have had Porygon go to... Obviously if I was trying to win, like, whatever. Like, if Porygon had gone down, I could have gone into Donphan. We do take the Dragon Claw there, we do go down, which I'm fine with. Like, we've got some chip damage on there. Bring in Donphan. This is mostly to try and get an Earthquake off, see if we can scare it off. There's only the Lando T, which is flying, but I think that'd be scared of an Ice Shard. So we see the Araquanid come in, and I'm like, oh gosh, this is a little bit scary, because Araquanid kind of can tear through my team, especially with Liquidation. We do Earthquake it, get a little bit of damage off on it there, but isn't much at all. At this point I'm like, I need Donphan for the Charizard, so I'm like, okay, let's go into Scizor. Scizor's kind of the most expendable one at this point, just because he hasn't got the Kofag, which was the one thing that I was really worried about. We get Liquidation here, we do live, we do get the defense drop, not that it matters. So I'm here with the Mega Evolve, and obviously I'm like, I don't know what to do. At this point I'm just like, let's get rid of this item. If it's holding the so what's the Splash Plate, then that would be kind of a good thing. Although it was holding the Assault Vest, so I was like, I can understand that. We get Liquidation and Scizor does go down, so that's the second of our Mons down. I don't think any of his Mons have gone down yet, but the Araquanid is a little bit less scary now. I bring in Tapu Koko just to try and... I was like, do I scare it out, or does it stay in, predicting me to stay? It's predicting me to do HP Ice or something. So I go, click Thunderbolt here, because I'm like, no, I know what, I think Thunderbolt's the right play. Does switch up, but he goes into Ditto, which is the Imposter. Kind of glad he didn't go into the Lando T, but even then I would have outsped it, so it's fine. We get a Thunderbolt off on the Imposter Tapu Koko, and we do a fair bit of damage, a fair amount of damage. We do get the Life Orb damage there. He uses Hidden Power, and I'm just here like baffled that he had the ground EVs on the Ditto. I did half think, will this be the case? But then I was like, no, probably not. Like, I didn't even know how Hidden Power worked, if it went through my EVs or his EVs. Like, I wasn't 100% sure. But we take it out with the Thunderbolt. Then the Tapu Fini comes in, and I was a bit confused by this play. If the Charizard came in, I think that it could have actually done better. I decided to hit Roost here, because I'm like, you know what? I really want to heal, kind of predicting a Calm Mind, because that's how he went the first time. But he actually decides to go for Surf, and I'm like, oh, that's very interesting. That is very interesting. Kind of glad, because I think I was considering going to Arcanine as well, so I was like, no, that's fine. At this point, I'm just like, I'm not actually gaining any health, so I might as well just click Thunderbolt here before he decides to try and get his Calm Minds up. So we click Thunderbolt there, we lose some health. We do get hit by Moonblast, so I do kind of regret not going for the Roost, because that would have done a lot less damage. Actually, no, I'm not sure it would have. I think it might have done the same amount of damage, if not more. So we do say goodbye to Tapu Koko, but the Tapu Fini is now low, the Araquanid is now low, the Lando T is pretty low. I come in and I just click Shadow Ball, because that honestly is the best thing for everything. We click Shadow Ball. He does bring the Araquanid comes back in. I don't know if it had a chance to live. I'm pretty sure he was just sacking it off just to get a fresh Mon in. So now we see, is it the Charizard comes in? Yes, we do see the Charizard come in, and I was like, Charizard isn't quite low enough for me to hit with my Shadow Ball. I think I was doing about 50% damage to it, so I was like, no, I need to change out to Arcanine here, because I was predicting a Dragon Dance. I was like, this could probably get a free Dragon Dance up on me, so let it get the Dragon Dance up there. I put the Intimidate on it, so it's down back to neutral attack, and I'm here like, okay, Arcanine can probably take a couple of little hits, maybe. We see an Earthquake here, which does do quite a bit of damage, does just more than half, so unfortunately we can't live a second one, which is kind of a shame. do a crunch here. We do get a critical hit, which is really nice. I think it's the only critical hit of the match, actually. Spoilers. But yeah, there's the... Charizard is now very scary. I'm like, can I possibly live an Earthquake? Because it did 110 damage, maybe it was a mid-roll. So I stay in, just like, you know what, nothing else really wants to come in. Arcanine does go down to that Earthquake, which I'm not too upset about, because this means I can get a free switch into Donphan. I'm not sure that he wants to actually switch out with his plus speed, because that makes sure that the Mismagius doesn't take him out, and he is in range for Mismagius to go now. Flare Blitz against me, and I'm a bit confused why he clicked Flare Blitz and not Dragon Claw. But I guess he just knew that he was going down this turn. The Flare Blitz recoil does take out the Charizard. And then we see the Earthquake do nothing. We see Dory, this Happy Finny, come back in, which is actually kind of a scary thing. But I'm just like, you know what? This thing's low now, so I'm fine. I'm fine with it. So I was just like, I'm just gonna quick Earthquake on the odd chance that he clicks like Calm Mind or something. At this point, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna like not try anymore, really. So we take the Donphan go down. Mismagius comes in. I just click Shadow Ball because why not click Shadow Ball? We hit the Tapu Fini with the Shadow Ball, take it out. Obviously, its special defense isn't quite that high to be able to take a hit like that. We are the choice specs, obviously, so I am gonna have to click Shadow Ball. And at this point, I'm like, oh my god, he might actually throw the match. He could throw. Like, I'm panicking because I'm like, oh my god, he could throw the match and put me in the setup that I don't want to be up. So yeah, I decided to click Shadow Ball here again. Obviously, that's the only thing I can do. I wasn't sure if this was going to take it out. I was actually running for the physical set rather than the defensive set, and the defensive set only did about 30 to 40%. But that is the match. That is the match. He was unsure if the Mismagius was actually scarfed or spexed, so I kind of had that good going there towards the end. It was actually a really good match. I really enjoyed it, even though I was trying to lose. I still gave it a little bit of effort. I made a couple of alright plays. I knew that I wanted to kind of I wanted to take some Wizmons down. I didn't want it to get a 6-0. Obviously, you got a 2-0 there, which is fine by me. I knew at that point that the Azelf could take me out. It was just if he had Stealth Rocks in the Azelf or something, and he decided that he wanted to lose, which I thought was definitely an option. And I think he also said when we were talking afterwards that he did consider it. So definitely, because he could have hit Superpower with the Landorus as well and decided to die with that. So yeah, I suppose that is it for today's battle. I know it's been kind of a quick one. It was only a 20-move battle, but I was trying to lose, as I said. And some of you guys probably gonna be like, "Oh, you're such a sore loser. Oh, you weren't trying to lose. You was just playing badly." I'm just like, no, I was actually trying to lose. I even said it in my team builder, which I recorded well before the battle. I recorded, I think, a day or two before the battle. That I did want to lose. I did want to lose, and I really do want to get the matchup against Playmaker, just because my team works a lot better with him than it works well with Gold. But I think there's a chance for Heff to defeat Playmaker. I think there's less of a chance for Heff to defeat Gold. So I wanted that matchup so I can verse Gold in the finals and the semi-finals, and hopefully win against that. Obviously, Playmaker's a bit more of a threat to me at the minute because we are 1-on-1. But I have got a couple of ideas, some good secret tech. Next week there won't be any TBL battle because we are in the bye week. I'm not sure if there's a week after as well. Now thinking about it, this is coming out today because I'm recording it like an hour before it's due up. It's terrible. I've been busy with my dissertation. I think we have 2 weeks where there won't be a TBL battle or team builder up. I will try and find something else to fill that time. Hopefully something competitive. Maybe see if any of the guys in the league just want to do some kind of exhibition battles. Maybe the people that are I might see if in the other league if the people want to do a match next weekend or something, and just kind of have an exhibition sort of thing, just to kind of give you that time. But obviously that depends on them and if they want to. But we will see. There'll be something. If not, there'll just be like a Wi-Fi battle or maybe Battle Spot or something. I need to start getting into that, so I'm going to hopefully be recording that very soon. My dissertation is more or less done. I need to do a poster and I need to reread it, and that is basically it. So for like a week or so, I literally have nothing to do other than record, which I really need to get a backlog on because I'm searching for jobs at the minute, and this is going to be hectic for the next like month or so. But yes, that is enough of my rambling. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below, along with what you thought. If you didn't post it before the battle, please don't post the correct answer. Just because you've watched it all already and like, haha, I got it right. Like, no, don't do that. Just chill out. Just say, hi, nice battle, or hey, what you doing for dinner tomorrow? I don't know, that's a really weird question to ask, but you can ask it if you want. Anyways, I'm out of here, so have a good one, and I will see you soon.